All right, today we're tackling something really special, Surah An-Nas. Now, this is the 114th, the very last chapter of the Quran. But here's the thing, this isn't just some dense theological text. No way. Think of it more like a universal prayer for protection, a powerful tool for anyone trying to find a little bit of shelter in this crazy, noisy world. So let's get into it and see how it works. So let's just start with this question right here. From what do you seek refuge? I mean, really think about it. This is the whole point of the chapter. Before we even touch the text, it forces us to look inward, to think about what makes us feel vulnerable, the fears we carry around, the negativity we're just desperate to get away from. It's such a powerful way to begin, because let's be real, every single one of us is looking for shelter from something.
And the title itself, An-Nas, that tells you so much right off the bat. It literally means mankind or the people. So right from the get-go, the stage is set. This prayer isn't just for a specific group of people or one individual. No, its audience is, well, everyone, all of humanity. It's about as universal as it gets.
Okay, so if we're seeking refuge, the next obvious question is, who are we seeking it from? Where are we turning for that protection? Well, the surah jumps right into that. And it doesn't just give one simple answer. Instead, it lays out this incredibly powerful three-part declaration of divine authority. And this progression, you guys, it is just brilliant. Seriously, it kicks off with Lord or Rub. This isn't just a title, it's the idea of a sustainer, a nurturer, the one who's personally invested in our growth, okay? Then it levels up. It moves to King or Malik. Now we're talking about total sovereignty, absolute power, the one in control of the whole show. And then, for the finale, it culminates in God or Allah, the one, the only being that's actually worthy of our worship and devotion. You see how it builds? It paints this complete picture, from our personal caretaker to the absolute ruler of everything, all the way to the ultimate reason for being.
And when you hear it all strung together like that, wow, you can just feel the power behind those words, right? By calling on all three of these aspects, the prayer builds this absolutely unshakable foundation. You're not just asking for a little help here. No, you are turning to the ultimate, all-encompassing, top-tier authority over all of existence.
All right, so we've got our protector established, capital P. But that just leads to another question, doesn't it? What in the world is so bad that you need to call on the Lord, the King, and the God of all humanity for help? What are we actually trying to get away from? Well, the answer, it's a lot more subtle than you'd probably guess.
And this, right here, is the absolute key to understanding this whole thing. This prayer isn't really for warding off a mugger in a dark alley or some enemy you can see coming. It's for something way, way harder to pin down, something internal, something insidious, the kind of thing that can do just as much damage, maybe even more, than any physical threat.
Just look at the contrast here. It's so stark. On one side, you've got the dangers we get, right? The stuff we can see, we can prepare for, we can fight back against. But then you've got the whisperer. And what is that? It's those little seeds of doubt that someone plants in your head. It's that echo of envy you feel scrolling through social media. It's that creeping feeling of fear about the future. It's that internal negativity that can just stop you in your tracks. That's the real enemy this prayer is designed to fight.
And the Quran has a very specific name for this threat. It calls it Al-Waswas Al-Khannas. Let's just unpack that for a sec because it's fascinating. Al-Waswas refers to the one who whispers over and over and over again, planting those negative ideas. But Al-Khannas, this part is so important, means the one who withdraws, the one who shrinks back and hides, especially the moment you remember God. So it's not just a whisperer, it's a sneaky, persistent, and ultimately a cowardly one.
And the text is super clear about where these whispers come from. It says they can be from the jinn, unseen spiritual sources, but then it says something really direct. They also come from mankind. And that is huge. It means this negative influence, this doubt, this fear, it's not just in our own heads. It can be whispered to us by the people we interact with every single day.
So, let's put it all together. On one side, you have the ultimate protector. On the other, you've got this sneaky, subtle, insidious whisperer. What the surah does is connect the dots between them. It offers a direct, powerful, and practical solution. It's basically a shield for your heart and your mind.
So why does this work so well? Let's just run through it. First, it's for everyone. It's universal. Second, it's a powerful reminder of God's total authority over everything, including the stuff you're scared of. Third, and this is so important, it tells you that your struggle with doubt, fear, and anxiety is real. It validates that feeling.
And maybe the most critical part, it gives you something to do. To consciously say the words, I seek refuge. Just doing that, it shifts everything. It takes you from being a passive victim of your own thoughts to someone actively fighting for their own peace of mind. It's incredibly empowering.
And really, that's the big takeaway for us today, isn't it? We live in a world that is just full of anxiety, constant comparison, and an information overload that never stops. This ancient prayer is this incredibly timeless tool for navigating all of that. It's a way of recognizing that the battle for your own peace of mind is real, it's legitimate, and it might just be the most important fight you'll ever face. And this is your armor.
So to wrap this all up, I'm just going to leave you with this to think about. We all hear those whispers, right? Maybe it's the whisper of self-doubt right before a big presentation, or the whisper of envy when you're scrolling through someone's perfect-looking life online. Or maybe it's just that quiet whisper of fear about what the future holds. So the question is, what whispers will you seek refuge from today?